Skipper Chris Curran, who'd been booked earlier on, was sent off by referee Ray Shepherd for failing to retreat 10 yards. Then, as Curran departed the scene and United's concentration wavered, Preston's Chris Sully doubled the punishment with a superb left-foot finish. Torquay continued to battle for a point, but 3 minutes from time the home side clinched it with Ellis's second of the game. March hasn't started too well for February's form team in Division 3, and it will get no easier next week when Torquay travel to league leaders Crewe.
Tom Skipping's reporting. Well, more top-quality action coming up now with our latest...
Torquay United could just pass them on the way up after getting their promotion challenge back on the rails in a pulsating match at Crewe, where Ian Hathaway gave them an early lead. 10 minutes later, it was 2-0 as Paul Trollope's pace took him beyond the Crewe defence for his 9th goal of the season. That should have been a comfortable lead, but as so often in the past, Torquay surrendered the initiative. Darren Rowbottom set up Ashley Ward for a simple goal, and only the crossbar prevented Sean Smith from levelling the scores just before half-time. The same section of woodwork denied Hathaway a second goal 7 minutes after the break, before Tony Naylor took advantage of some sloppy Torquay defending to make it 2-2. But having thrown away their 2-goal advantage, Torquay weren't to be denied, and Trollope's bravery brought them an all-important third goal. Crewe might still have snatched a point at the death, but for a brilliant double save from Torquay keeper Ashley Bayes. Torquay United's top-of-the-table match with Shrewsbury failed to live up to expectations, as both sides did their best to cancel each other out. It turned out to be a game of few chances, although both sides came desperately close to scoring in the second half. Dwayne Darby hitting the post for Torquay, and John Taylor performing a similar act for Shrewsbury 5 minutes from time. Torquay United produced another impressive away performance at Bury last night, taking the lead with a well-worked goal from leading scorer Adrian Foster after just 11 minutes. But after looking much the better side, Torquay threw away their chance of a victory when Matthew Lowe was beaten to a corner by David Adekola, who poked home the equaliser. Torquay stay in 6th place, with their playoff hopes still very much alive. Days. Well, we can get the latest news now from our reporter at the ground, Tom Skippings.
Yes, Martin, Torquay's 1-1 draw at Bury last Tuesday was just one of 3 draws they picked up last week, but the Gulls will certainly be hoping to go one better by taking all 3 points tonight. This is, on paper at least, the toughest game that the Gulls have left this season, and of course a win would certainly keep them well on course for a playoff pace. Torquay's display when the two teams met at Gig Lane last week was one of their best of the season, and only some sloppy defending in the closing stages allowed Bury to snatch an equaliser. If that was 2 points dropped, Saturday's draw at Wickham was certainly a bonus. Mark Sale's injury-time equaliser proving that if Torquay don't go up this season, it won't be for lack of spirit. Barbadian Gregory Goodridge should make his home debut at some stage this evening, and that alone should guarantee a good Plainmoor turnout. Well, I'm joined now by the Torquay United manager, Don O'Riordan. Don, thanks for joining us. A lot of speculation about Gregory Goodridge. Is he in the starting lineup tonight?
Greg's on the bench tonight. Did ever so well when he came on Saturday, but the lads who've been playing all season certainly deserve another go, and he's the sort of lad, Gregory, who you can have up your sleeve and bring on if things aren't going well. So that's the situation tonight.
Now, Scotty Colcombe picked up a knock at Wickham on Saturday. Is he in the side tonight?
No, Scott's struggling, and Lee Barrow come in and do the job tonight, and it's nice that we've got people like Lee who can come in and do the job, because it shows that we've got strength and depth. But it's unfortunate for Scotty, but hopefully Lee will take his chance and do well tonight.
Now, you yourself have had an injury. How's that looking at the moment?
Well, I played in the 5-a-side yesterday and scored a winning goal, but that was my furthest pass is about 10 yards, so I'm struggling a little bit. I'm going to London next week to see a specialist, and we'll know more then. Well,
good luck tonight, Don. An important game. 3 points, very, very necessary tonight.
Yes, very much so, and I hope it's an enjoyable game and the fans will get behind us, and if we can get 3 points tonight, puts us in a very strong position for the rest of the season.
OK, Don, thanks very much for joining us. Good luck to Torquay tonight, and don't forget there'll be a full report on the game in tonight's late news at 10:30. Of promotion, the Gulls could manage only a disappointing 0-0 draw with Bury last night, and with 5 games to go, their place in the playoffs remains uncertain.
An attendance of over 4,000 on a cold Tuesday evening suggested that promotion fever was beginning to grip Plainmoor. But Don O'Riordan's side suffered a touch of stage fright last night. They struggled to turn possession into decent chances throughout the first half. But when Adrian Foster's drive struck the post just before half-time, the breakthrough seemed just around the corner. But Torquay simply ran out of ideas in the second period as the Lancastrians held on. And it was this lack of imagination which most upset the manager.
once the goal didn't come, we fell back into the trap of going a little bit route one, you know, and I'm screaming for people to get wide and get it wide and so on, and it didn't really work. Had I been out there, it might have been different. I might have been able to change things as far as just giving the orders and things. But once you're on the bench, it's difficult to get the message across. But we're a good team, and the frustrating thing is that our fans haven't seen enough of it.
Bury's Ian Stevens had the second half's best chance, and Torquay's failure to break a sequence of draws was a real letdown after a couple of good displays away from home last week. The Gulls' last two outings at Claymore have ended goalless, and the points they need to extend their season may have to be gathered on their travels.
And at the Plymouth Hopes took a major dent inside the first 6 minutes at Mansfield. Simon Ireland's run, 1-2 and shot caught the Gulls napping, and then they presented left-back Adrian Boothroyd with a chance to display a cool finish. The only bright spot of Torquay's fifth game without a win was Gregory Goodridge's emphatically taken first goal for the club.
Finally,
A win at Northampton, but for much of the game it looked as if their efforts would be frustrated by some determined and occasionally inspired defence from the home side. United had to wait until 8 minutes from time to make the breakthrough when substitute Dwayne Darby scored what could be a vital goal in Torquay's quest for a place in the promotion playoffs.
although perhaps not. You've been looking forward to this moment of the programme. We'll hear the inside story from Don in just a moment, but first let's see the main highlights. Our commentator, Martin Dean.
Goodrich then with a long throw, aimed in towards Sale, who gets a good flick on. Hathaway's coming in on it. Pollitt is there with the punch. Now Kelly knocking it forward. The linesman's flag is up on the far side for an offside. Schofield trying to get it forward towards Steve Williams, but Sale playing it through. Dwayne Darby with a chance. A little chip from him. Is that going to go in the net? Yes, it does. And Dwayne Darby puts Torquay United in front. Lovely move on the break. Mark Sale it was, playing the ball through to him. Goalkeeper Mike Pollitt had come off his line, but Darby keeping his head. A lovely little lob, just going in under the crossbar. Torquay lead by a 1-0. Now Darby finding Kelly, played wide for Hathaway. Leaves the ball behind for a moment. Comes back to retrieve it. Has given Lincoln a chance to get a few players back. Trollope with the header. And that really stretching Pollitt, just coming off the top of the crossbar in the end. And really, the goalkeeper almost caught out. Wasn't the best of crosses. Trollope getting up with a looping header. The ball hitting the top of the crossbar and going away to safety. Sale with a little head on. In for Darby. Hathaway getting up well for a small man. Might come for Hathaway. Tries the shot. Good save from Pollitt. Comes back for Darby. Still not clear. And the ball turned into his own net. For number 2, it's Dwayne Darby who goes away to celebrate. And I suppose the goal, in some ways, ought to go down to number 5, Sean Dunphy. It was Ian Hathaway's climb for the header which started it all. The ball eventually finding its way, that save out to Dwayne Darby. His shot crashed in off the unfortunate Dunphy. And Torquay United lead by 2-0. Dunphy with the header. Kelly coming forward, but a good challenge from Ridings. Played through the middle towards David Johnson. David Johnson with a chance, and he puts it away very well indeed. Oh, David Johnson brings Lincoln right back into this game. Nice, neat ball through to him by David Ridings. Johnson seeing Bayes off his line and really lashing the ball into the net. Torquay now lead by just 2-1. Now Schofield knocking it forward. Johnson getting away down that middle again. And Hodges had come across. Johnson with another try, and David Johnson makes it 2-2. And really, Torquay's defence caught at 6s and 7s. A big gap opening up in the middle. Johnson allowed to get away. Hodges had come across with a desperate tackle. Johnson getting around him and then poking it past Ashley Bayes. He's getting good distance on the clearance. Sale with the layoff. Darby trying to go around. Dunphy gets the shot in and just turned over the top by Pollitt. And Dwayne Darby coming very close to getting number 3. Nice little layoff by Mark Sale. Darby turning his man well, getting in the shot. Really rather slipped through Pollitt's fingers, but over the bar and away to safety. Paul Buckle with the corner in towards Corey, who puts Torquay United 3-2 in front. Lovely first-time effort. Buckle with the corner, and Corey catching it first time to beat Pollitt with a lovely shot. Torquay lead by 3-2. Chima Corey's first goal for the club. It could turn out to be so important.
So there's the top of the 3rd Division table. Shrewsbury and Chester well clear of the rest, but Torquay with 1 foot already in the playoffs. They need another point to be absolutely sure of making it. So, Don, looks like you're going to have to delay the old summer holiday this year, doesn't it?
Hopefully so, Mark. Yeah, we've got ourselves in a very strong position at the moment. I think it's 1 point we need for sure to be certain of the playoff spot. But I'm very pleased.
Good win for you yesterday. Important to get 3 points on home territory, which has been a rare luxury this season, really. And lovely opening goal from Dwayne Darby. Superb judgment.
He did very well. He's a natural goal scorer, Dwayne, and he's got away now. Good flick on, I think Mark Sale put him through, and he saw the keeper coming. Very good vision. Lobbed it, and it landed on a dry spot here. I was hoping that it would, hoping Rob had watered the ground to make sure that the ball wouldn't bounce so high. I felt as it bounced it would go over the bar, but we had a bit of luck there. He took it ever so well. What the keeper's doing there, I don't know, but I'm pleased he was there.
He scored some great goals for you this season, Dwayne Darby, and he got the 2nd goal as well, or did he? Let's have another look at it, shall we?
I think the pictures will probably prove that he didn't, but I'd like to give it to Dwayne because he did well. Ian did well here. Good strike, keepers parried it. Dwayne's first to react, and he looks like he's trying to pull it back there. But the lads
I think our camera from behind the goal perhaps gives the full story, because it seemed as if the shot was heading away from the goal before it was turned in.
Yeah.
Here it is for you.
He's challenged well there, and Ian's picked up the loose piece and hit a great strike. And Dwayne's reacted very quickly indeed. He's tried to pull it back for someone coming in, and it's deflected in. But we'll take anything that's been given to us.
Now, tell us about this little period you had after half-time when things must have been getting a little bit nerve-wracking for you on the bench with that, first of all, that super strike from David Johnson putting the side back in it. Yeah,
I mean, probably the best goal of the game, to be honest. I was sat there fretting, as they say, very, very frustrated and what have you. But it was one of them games where we probably thought we'd won it. And I said at half-time that whoever scores the next goal will obviously go on and do well, and it's important that we got it. Unfortunately for us, they got it. And
good strike though, wasn't it, from David Johnson?
Best goal in the game. Yeah. Kevin would be a little bit disappointed that he got inside him, but we then obviously fell further back, and they got the 2nd goal, which at that stage I probably would have settled for a draw, because we were on a back foot and they were really coming at us. But in the end, very happy with the 3 points.
Let's talk about the final, the match-winning goal from Chima Corey, a man you've brought to the club. Perhaps had a slightly awkward start, taken a few weeks to find his feet, and nice for his confidence to get the winner. Yeah,
he's come here, he's a brilliant lad. He really wants to do well. He's got a fabulous record in the past, goal-scoring-wise, and he's been so frustrated with himself recently that, you know, he's been a little bit down. But we said it'll only be a matter of time before he gets a goal, and now hopefully he'll go from strength to strength. But little story behind it was that Chima had replaced Ian Hathaway, and he shouldn't really have been there. So I was glad he didn't listen to me.
I bet you're glad he was. Now, let's talk about the playoffs, because barring a miracle or whatever, you're going to be in the playoff situation. As we said earlier, you know what that's all about. Can you go on and get into the 2nd division? Are you confident?
I think if we do get to the playoffs, I'd fancy us against anybody. The spirit of the club is fantastic, and I feel I've got a great squad of players. So whoever we are matched against had better look out. I'm hoping that we can go all the way and bring a little bit of success to Torquay, because last year we were very disappointed with where we finished. We obviously didn't want to be involved in the fight that we were at the end. And this time, it's nice to be at the other end of the table.
And you've got long-term aims for Torquay, even if you don't get promotion this year, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, this year we aimed really to have a safe, comfortable season without any worries. We've gone a little bit further than that now, and I would like to think that I've got a long-term future here.
And the chairman, what's he said to you? He hasn't talked contracts with you, has he?
No, we've not spoken contracts. I've got another year in my contract to go, sort of thing. So I'm glad to be in a job here at Torquay and enjoying every minute of it.
OK, we wish you well for the playoff situation, and thanks for being our guest this afternoon, Don O'Riordan.
Thank you, Matt.
Well, we'll be catching up only in the third division playoffs after a 2-2 draw at Hereford. They took the lead 3 minutes before half-time when Chima Akuri was brought down inside the box and Paul Buckle slotted home the spot kick. But just before the break, Hereford grabbed an equaliser, Steele powering his 20-yard shot past Ashley Bayes. The home side took the lead midway through the second half, courtesy of some comical defending by Torquay. Bayes caught in two minds about whether he could handle the ball, and former Plymouth striker Owen Pickard took full advantage. But 3 minutes from the end, Paul Trollope grabbed the equaliser that Torquay's performance deserved. 2-2 the final score, and United now looking forward to the playoffs. Plymouth 2 level on points with Preston, and the two sides will now meet in the two-legged semi-final. Well, Torquay themselves finished the normal season with a 2-0 win against Scarborough at Plainmoor. With the action from that match and Exeter's last game in Division 2, here's Tom Skippings.
A real carnival atmosphere at Plainmoor to mark the end of the regular season, and Torquay celebrated their place in the playoffs with a comfortable, if unspectacular, victory. Mark Sale's 6-minute opener was the perfect start, Chima Akuri's through ball giving the giant striker the chance to show his touch on the floor, slotting home only his second goal of the season at Plainmoor. The goals clinched victory just before the break, when Gregory Goodrich's pinpoint corner was thundered home by Darren Moore, a goal which clearly owed more than a little to training ground rehearsal. The second half found Torquay unable to turn pressure into further goals, but perhaps their thoughts were already turning to the playoff ties with Preston. Although he'll be hoping for more precise finishing in the first leg at Plainmoor next Sunday, manager Don O'Riordan has no fears about completing the job on the dreaded Deepdale plastic.
If you look at our record, I think our away form this year has been better than our home form, and we're a very, very difficult team to play against when we're on the road, and we don't fear anybody when we go away. So it'll be a tough game, both here and away, but everybody's looking forward to it.
Argyle a point.
Sale up well. Good flick on. Derby 1-2 with Sale. Sale with the shot. Just wide. First real chance on goal. And all stemming from the long goal kick by Ashley Bayes. And a good flick on by Dwayne Derby, combining well with his forward partner. And Mark Sale having the shot in the end from just outside the box, just wide of the post. Akuri, though, trying to set something else up. Here's Buckle. Buckle will have a shot. Woods hasn't held it. Dwayne Derby's there to give Torquay United the lead. Well, perhaps I spoke too soon. Just as I was saying that there'd been very little in the way of chances, suddenly something happens for Torquay United and they take the lead. All stemmed from the free kick. Chima Akuri doing well. Paul Buckle having the shot. And Steve Woods, the Preston keeper, will feel that he let his side down there. He couldn't hold on to Buckle's shot. And there was Dwayne Derby to fire home the rebound to give Torquay United a precious lead in this playoff semi-final first leg. It's Torquay 1, Preston 0. To clear his danger. Ellis looking to turn on the edge of the penalty area, trying to find Ainsworth. Ball back across the face of goal. Buckle heads it away. And as the bounce defeats Fensom, Akuri can bring it away. Here's Sale. He's got options wide of him. Goodrich one side. He's going to leave it for Goodrich, who's cut across. Ball's going to come to Trollope in the end anyway. And here's Akuri. Goodrich. Fired wide to Trollope again. Kelly now. Mark Sale is the target at the back post. Good header across. Derby trying to get in there, and Woods has gathered. But not really cleanly. Dwayne Derby making his presence felt again in the box. A nice build-up by Torquay United. Several players involved, and Tom Kelly's long ball to the back post, met by the giant leap of Mark Sale back into the danger area. And as Dwayne Derby challenged, Steve Woods, the Preston keeper, gathered it at the second attempt. Benson with the cross, and there's Ellis trying to get a shot in, and he did get there first, I think. He beat Curran that time, but he couldn't keep it down. Long goal kick once again by Bays. Sale is out jumped. Back it comes, Ellis trying to get something going, but only as far as Darren Moore. Moore thumps it forward. One for Derby to chase. And Derby gets in firmly with a challenge on Woods, who'd come out to clear. And the result is a throw to Torquay.